Good morning, Mandeville. I hope you had a great weekend. Well, we've done it. We've made it to the last week of term, and I am incredibly proud. I'm very proud of Mrs. Longhurst, who has led the school so brilliantly this term. I'm incredibly proud of all the staff who work so hard to make sure that everything in school and at home has worked for you. I'm proud of all your parents and the adults at home who've taken on a job they're not used to and helped you to learn. And most of all, I'm proud of you, of all the hard work that you've put in and all the ways that you've carried on learning at home, even when things have been tricky. So this is the last week, and when we're finished this week, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to go camping with my family. I'm going to go and sit in a field, and I'm going to be quiet, and I'm going to be still, and I'm going to relax. So I thought I'd do a little bit of packing before we went. I was thinking, what will we need? Well, sun cream, hopefully. Hoping the weather's going to be okay. Healthy snacks. There's only one thing that I was going to take. Carrots. Lots and lots of carrots. And the other thing I have to take whenever I go away, and that's some books. So as a family, we've got a few books that we're going to take. I'm reading a book called The Disappearing Spoon. Very strange name. And it's a mixture of lots of my favourite things. It's a history of the periodic table. So there's science and there's history, and it's told in a really story-like way where they're telling us all about the historians and the scientists of the past and how they discovered different elements. It's a brilliant book. My daughter, Alba, she's reading Charlotte's Web. It's quite a classic book and she's really enjoying it at the moment, and I think she'll get through it in the first few days we're away. My wife, she's reading a book called We Can Do Anything. It's all about 200 incredible women who have changed the world. And Eleni, my little one, she's reading Anna Surprise. And we read it all the time, but she loves it, and she makes the noises, and she pretends to be the animals, and she describes all the fruits, and she knows it without really reading the words by now, but she still loves that book. And we've all got that book that we loved. But that's not going to be enough for us for a whole week away in holiday camping. So I asked some of the people at work, at school, I asked some of the families, I asked some of the teachers and their families if they could recommend any books. Let's see what they said.
Go.
I think everyone should read Beast Paper because they like it.
Arthur and the Golden Rope by Joe Todd Stanton is a brilliant book about a young Viking boy who goes on an adventure to save his town from a huge, scary wolf. It's a brilliant book, and inside has really gorgeous pictures. I would definitely recommend this.
The book I recommend you read over the summer is Wonder by R.J. Palacio. I recommend age 9 to 11 read this book. It's about a boy who has a deformed face and has never been to a school before and starts school. And it's not just from his point of view, it's from every single person's point of view. I warn you, it gets a bit sad, so I would advise you to have a box of tissues by your side when you're reading it.
This book is called Anglo-Saxons and it has great information.
I like the Gruffalo because the mouse thinks he made up a creature, but the creature was actually real.
I recommend Kenzuki's Kingdom for Year 4 because it is a very adventurous book.
The book I'm recommending to you this summer holidays is Monstrous Maud. I like this book because it's fun, adventurous and exciting. In this book it's about a girl called Maud who's a human but goes to a monster school, and she has to keep a secret from her friends. After you've read this book, read the other books about Maud. I hope you enjoy.
I recommend Fantastic Mr. Fox by Roald Dahl. It has funny characters, and one of my favourite animals was the fox. Stanley gets flat, and it's how his life is
so many brilliant recommendations and people that are obviously really passionate about the books they read. I love reading. I love how they can transport me to a magical different place. I love it how it can make me think differently about something I thought I knew. And I love how reading can teach me new things. And I especially love reading during the holidays because I'm reading just the things I want to read, not because of anything else. And I get to read the books that I really love. Mrs. Longhurst has got a favourite book at the moment. She loves reading it. She tells all the staff about it all the time. Here she is telling us about the book, and she couldn't help but read something from it as well. I hope you enjoy it.
Mr. Dickinson asked me what my favourite book would be if I had to recommend one. And it's really difficult because I love all books, especially children's books. But I love this book because it's full of poems and I love poetry. And it is full of the most beautiful illustrations and words and vocabulary. And you know, it just makes me feel nice to look at it. So let me show you some pages. It's all about nature and it has a poem. And if you look very carefully, you can see that the name of the poem is also spelt down the side of all of the lines. And that happens in all of the poems. Let's have a look at another page. Here. This is one of my favourite ones. It's called Kingfisher. Kingfisher, the colour giver, fire bringer, flame flicker, rivers quiver. Ink black bill, orange throat, and a quick blue back gleaming feather stream. Neat and still it sits on the snag of a stick until, with gold flare, wing fan, whip crack, the kingfisher, zingfisher, singfisher, flashes down too fast to follow, quick and quicker, carves its hollow, in the water slings its arrows, super swift to swallow, stickleback or shrimp or minnow. Halcyon is its other name, also ripple calmer, water nester, evening angler, weather teller, rain bringer, and rainbow bird that sets the stream alight with burn and glitter. Isn't it beautiful? So if you're in a library over the summer, have a look and see whether you can find this book of beautiful poems. See how many new words you can learn to do with our wonderful nature and wildlife.
Well, what a beautiful poem that was, and I really do recommend finding that book. This time of year, normally, the people from the library come in and do a brilliant assembly on their summer reading challenge. Unfortunately, the libraries are closed at the moment, but that doesn't mean that the summer reading challenge isn't happening. The reading challenge this summer is the Silly Squad, and you need to go to the summerreadingchallenge.org.uk or to sillysquad.org.uk and sign up. An adult will have to sign up with you to make sure that you're really reading all those books. But then once you've gone in, there'll be loads of brilliant recommendations of books, there'll be loads of fun activities and characters to collect, and at the end, just as always, there'll be a certificate. And in September, Mrs. Longhurst would love to see all those certificates up in the library again, and she'd like to be able to talk about all of them in an assembly. So I'd really like as many of you as possible to sign up to Summer Reading Challenge 2020. Well, the carrots were never going to last till the weekend anyway. I hope as many of you as possible sign up to the reading challenge. Whether you do or not, I hope everyone spends a lot of this summer reading, because it's an incredible way to relax. It's an incredible way to find out new things. It's a way of going on a journey without having to go anywhere. And it's a wonderful, wonderful thing to do. Have a fantastic summer, everybody. Have a fantastic time reading. And also have a fantastic last week of this summer term.